Dude, it's like every freaking morning I'm making a new video, making a new content type thing. I slept hecka weird. Look. All right, let's talk about this. I'm gonna make this one a live stream. So, I made part 2 to the video about content thieves. This is part 3. And in the last one, of course, you know, the little gamer group got into it in the comments, just flapping their gums. Still mad about a 1v1 and still crying in the comments for some reason. Like, I got my fans telling me, like, are you serious? There's people that actually been doing it? Because I don't have people watches, especially as much as this little gamer group. I mean, it's obvious it's the overweight one in Joshua, but yeah, the Shadow Hawk clone. Not the original. I mean, Cake still calls himself after the gamer tag. Come on. Anyway, dude, I don't even have fans that watch religiously as these guys do. It's sad. But, you know, I wanted to talk about something that I didn't mention and that I knew about, and I thought about it while I was watching Risha. I think that's his name. It's like Risha V or something like that. In his video that is titled Where Are the Meme Rappers Now? And I was watching it, and it reminded me of this artist. Well, he's not an artist because he doesn't really make his own music technically, but there's this guy named Kid Buu in hip hop and rap. You may have heard of him, you may not, but he basically just was Kid Buu because in Dragon Ball, one of my favorite shows of all time, Dragon Ball Z specifically, there's a character named Buu, and he would steal other people's like powers and stuff, and like or their abilities and all that too, and like act like them or do stuff like them, and basically he made his character off of that or whatever, right? And it reminded me of like the first person that it reminded me of was Joshua, because like hiding how he really is behind the scenes, like that's instantly like especially like what he's been doing to women, like that definitely instantly I was like, that's gotta be Joshua. I mean, X-Rated or is already doing that, but still. I can't believe like I gave a gamer tag to that freaking random, like both of them actually, but like how they are, and then I gave something that I made to them. It just feels weird because I don't want to hold that responsibility because they're a bad human being or a bad person. Like it's not my responsibility, but it feels weird. I know it's not like my fault, but it's just weird because people like that. But anyway, so Kid Buu would still like XXX Tentacion's flow. He would still freaking you know, Juice WRLD's type of music, and Lil Uzi Vert, freaking Lil Pump's dreads and all that. And basically what I'm trying to say here is he made a career off of stealing other people's product, but he's not the only one. This is the part that I wish I made this in a video, because I slept so weird. He's not the only one that's been, you know, stealing type of stuff. This is just music related. There is like multiple people on YouTube that have been stealing themselves, and Twitch and YouTube both have a copyright policy and all that, and obviously it's illegal. But here's the thing, they have been getting away with it for years, so YouTube's completely fine with it. YouTube just doesn't care. Main memories, bro. I don't want to look at that right now. I'm in the middle of freaking making this. I'm in the middle of a roast. Like, give me a second. Got females hitting me up like crazy. So Basically, what I'm saying here is there's all these content thieves, music thieves, copyright thieves, etc. Now, obviously, it's an issue. Obviously, it's illegal. But if the higher ups are doing nothing about it, and the people of YouTube and the higher ups aren't doing anything about it, then it's like, what is there to be done? It's because I already did my videos, and I already showed the proof of stealing videos. Obviously, it wasn't as funny, wasn't as good as the original. It's just as boring and bland and basic and generic, and you can compare it to any other video on YouTube that has like 0 views, or just the most boring, stretched out video that takes forever to get to the point and everything, etc., etc. You know, there's a lot of reasons that make it like way different than the original, because it's a horrible version, not as good as the original. I might unadd this person. Like, I keep seeing their stuff come up, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. So Kid Buu, like, you can just Google his name and you can find him, and his whole career is about like stealing from other people. So it's basically another Joshua, Alpha Shadow Hawk clone, who just started maybe at the same time that he did, when he's starting to steal the Alpha Shadow Hawk name, gamer tag that I never gave him, and the content that I make. So basically, the reason why I bring this up is, like, to me it doesn't matter, but it's weird that we have a law that says this can't be done, and yet we're here and it's being done and people are doing it and no one's like stopping them. So I obviously think that the higher ups don't care. So, now they're like me. And if I see myself that, like, people are copying content and not being, authentic, then I know they're not a grown man. I know they're not an adult. I know they're not, about business. They don't want to do business. Especially if they don't want to sit down and talk and they want to freaking get all emotional over a Call of Duty 1v1. Especially if you can't, like, directly call someone. Like, it's like the Instagram lives in hip-hop and rap. Like, at least they do that stuff, right? But they just, they don't want to do it. And it's funny because, like, I don't know. It's just funny. And I'm getting, like, these quote-unquote grown men, adults, blocking me instead of talking to me. Andrew, Alpha Shadow Hawk clone, just a name. And these people are, like, very bad people. And people don't know that I know Joshua behind the scenes. They don't want to accept it. He knows that I know it. That's all that matters. As long as we both know how he truly is behind the scenes, that's all that matters. He can have yes men to encourage him to continue doing the same thing, which really is just the overweight one. That's really encouraging all this hateful stuff. And, it's one thing to be a troll, right? To get a reaction out of somebody. That's like fine or whatever, to a certain extent. Like, if you're doing it and you're not, like, doing it to the most extent maximum, even more than that, like the overweight one basically, then, like, it's fine if you're just trolling and just leaving it at that, pretty much. But when you're, like, simping over me, basically, like Ivy does, or whatever his name is, when you're, like, straight up, like, being sus, bro, like, that's fruity, that's sweet, and I don't rock with that. Like I said, like, I support the LGBTQ, but I'm not, and I'll never be attracted to males. So, that kid doesn't, that random don't want to get over it. So it is what it is, So if they're getting away with it, then why should it matter to me? I'm just putting this out there so people can see it. So, um, I wanted to plan a little bit more for this video and put more examples, but I slept weird and freaking yeah. But it is what it is. I can't even freaking think about it right now. But I mean, as long as I have one good example, then you guys get the point. So, it's clear to me that copyright doesn't matter, and no one's gonna get like in any legal trouble at all. Because if it did, people would be, arrested and stuff, and people would be freaking in big trouble. But yet, YouTube's okay with it. The music people are okay with it. With Kid Buu doing it. I never seen one article talk about Kid Buu, in legal trouble for copying. So why should I care? Which I don't. But I'm wanting to put the video out there so people know about this stuff, because this isn't something that's like a small thing that's just, freaking, but it's been happening for years. It's been happening. And it is what it is. Except when it disappoints me when someone does such a bad job at it, and it's cringe, and it's so like unmasculine for real. Like, you're not gonna get no females like that. Like, it makes me feel bad for freaking FaZe Jev when Joshua, the Alpha Shadowhawk clone's copying him. And me, because of what I built and the legacy that I've made and all the stuff that I've done. And then you got freaking Joshua making like a weird, like freaking him liking Mel's version. And it's like, no, we don't do that. That's not, no. Do your own thing. Like, why? It's like a kid that's like obsessed with me, like that just can't freaking, I don't know, like not even a super fan. Like, it was a super fan like when I was 2016, 2017 when I was around him. But now it's like worse than a super fan. Like, it's super fan, but like to the maximum, and then everything. It's like a lot of people like act, but they don't want to like actually. They don't want to like do that phone call. They don't want to debate or nothing. Like, they'll make this personality or make this like fake image on the internet, like Joshua's been doing, but they never want to like debate or call, and none of the little gaming group want to do that, or him. I tried to do that with the overweight one time, and he didn't even answer the call. Like, he was too scared. So I mean, like, nothing to say. So as far as I know, like, they're just randoms that are just randoms. You're not gonna establish a name when you're sitting there like watching me. Like, you're giving me all the fame. You can buy it all you want, but no one's gonna care, and that's just what it is. You can say no one cares about my content, but I know for a freaking fact my content has way more substance and way more stuff than all of their stuff. Just saying, there's way more to my stuff. Like, let's put it this way, right? If all my content got deleted somehow, some way, got scrubbed off YouTube, got scrubbed off every other social media platform, what would be hilarious? People would still remember it, while as Ivy and the Alpha Shadowhawk clone and the little gamer group and all these other people that are content thieves, while they're still on the platform, people are not going to remember. People aren't going to be like, oh yeah, I remember this dude, because it was so funny, we were clowning him, but I already forgot about him. That's how much I didn't care. Like, people, that's what people are going to say. That's how people are going to think, because there's nothing. They're basically nothing. So, like, you guys can, like, support each other and be weird to each other in the little gamer group, but just because I don't like males doesn't mean y'all gotta keep coming back trying to be all weird, you know. Like, just do your own thing, but nah, y'all gotta keep doing that. And it's funny because, like, deleting 1v1s after losing, for one, I got multiple people in the little gamer group deleting 1v1s. I beat freaking the overweight one twice, and he deleted it. And then I got freaking Joshua so scared he moved across the United States back to his hometown. Like, come on, son. I was just starting Call of Duty, basically. I was only playing Call of Duty for like 3 years at that point. Like, it's crazy, bro. By 2015, I almost been playing for 10 years, but, you know. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny because if you're gonna, you know, talk about me or talk to me, get out of my comments. Like, let's talk. Let's have a debate. I know it's not gonna happen. I know that they're not gonna try, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to be a man about things, let's go ahead and do that phone call. But you know why they don't do it. We all know why they don't do it. All you guys know why we don't do it. Because they're not ready. They know they're not gonna be able to keep up. Well, my, like, nonstop roasts, like, they love to go in the comments and talk about it. They love to talk about it behind my back in their little contents. But not once have I had a phone call with them. Not once have I had a debate with them. Bro, Andrew Wright blocked me because he was too scared to talk to me. He was hitting me up on some stuff that I never cared about and, like, told me all this other stuff. It's like, bro, you don't know how this works. You don't know how this is done. You don't know nothing about how this works. You're probably one of the people in the gamer group. Shoot. And yet, like, here we are. You are a faceless content creator, whatever you think you are, but you're faceless. Let me guess, we gotta all these fans out here gotta give you, what, 200,000 subscribers to show your face? Not even that, like, couldn't even show your face on a phone call debate. Like, let's be realistic. Let's debate about it. Or we can bitch, moan, and cry, whine in the comments. But you don't see me in no comments. You don't see me in no comments. You see me making content. I'm not crying about nothing. I haven't cried in years. So come on, son. Like, if you guys want to talk so bad, your favorite idol, your favorite YouTuber, favorite content creator, favorite musician, favorite rapper, music artist, then let's talk. You want to talk so bad, y'all in my comments 24/7. Let's talk. You want to talk so bad. I'm giving you the chance. I'm giving you the opportunity to talk to me. But yet, nope. You just want to, like, be close but distance away. Which, I mean, like, that's what you want to do. Go for it. But your words hold no weight. You're speaking for nobody. Oh, I'm speaking for Joshua because I feel bad for him. Well, then let the man speak for himself, unless he's not a man. Unless he has no masculinity no more, where he lets other people talk for him. Well, every time he talks, he doesn't even talk in full sentences. He's not. There's no way he graduated college. I don't believe it. He's not like, no. GPA too low. No. He still talks like gibberish and, like, unfinished sentences. Even his titles barely makes sense sometimes. Like, this isn't cut out for him. He just did it because I did it. That's why he's doing it now. He's doing it because I'm doing it. Because he wants to be better. Only thing that kid is better at is making gibberish titles and texts. Can't even speak correctly, and he thinks he's gonna be freaking... Like, bro's gonna need a translator to get successful or something. I don't know. That kid got a lot of problems, but so does everybody else in the gamer group, little gamer group. But it's like, it's over like Call of Duty stuff. That's where I think it's funny, because it shows how much better I am at Call of Duty and how much more skill, talent, and abilities that I have. Because they're coming back for years off of 1v1 that I did in 2020 and 2019, I believe. It was 2019. I think it was 2020. Both of them were done in 2020. And it's hilarious because none of them want to say nothing unless they're teamed up. That's why Dark Mario finally said something. And even he ain't saying nothing. Like, what? We're both in California. If you want to talk, anytime. Anytime. Because I remember he said he lived in California. So, like, if that's still the case, well, hey, we're in the same place. So, like, you made a video. Don't act like you didn't. You couldn't even say my name. But let's do it. Let's do it. Let's debate anything. Dark Mario. What the? There's no way that he still has that name as an adult, though. There's no way. Like, what? What's stopping him? He's in California too. Not just that, but you know, apparently he has a lot. He has a lot to say. Because, you know, whatever. But he didn't even want to do work. He was too lazy and unproductive. I had 2 videos I had set up for him, right? I had this song he asked me to do, and he let some random person do it. It turned out trash, horrible. And then he had a video about, like, where the heck is my hat or something. And I think that got done, but I wanted to work on that video a little bit more, and he didn't actually, like, you know, give me time at all. Because it would have been more than a 4-second video. But, you know, he's got to do his little tributes, his little, you know, animations on some, like, furry stuff, on some, like, Tails the Fox stuff. Which, by the way, random mention, but Tails the Fox sounds like, if you guys haven't seen, I don't know if it's on TikTok, probably is, most likely. But there's this guy named Robert or something. I don't know his name on, like, Twitch or YouTube or whatever. But he has this character named Marcus that I think has been blowing up. I mean, I started watching him because of it. Otherwise, I'd probably want it. But he has content with this, like, alien shrimp-looking dude. And his name's Marcus, right? Tell me why, for some reason, Tails the Fox sounds like that guy. Not Marcus, but the Robert guy. Like, they almost sound, like, identical. So, I don't know. That was something that I was eventually going to say in a video or something. But, like, put it, like, side by side. Yeah. So, yeah, moral of the story, people been stealing content for years and getting away with it. So, if they can do whatever the heck they want, like, not only can they break YouTube's rules, but, like, the law of the United States, that's a whole different, like, thing right there. And they're getting away with it? Like, that's crazy. Like, this is what I've been talking about, but, you know, apparently no one wants to listen. So, the infection's gonna spread. The problem's gonna go out there more. The poisonous toxicity of these randoms are gonna, like, spread even more, these parasites. So, you know, if that's what everybody wants, then go for it. I could care less. It doesn't affect me. But you can tell how much it affects them. Haven't lost a 1v1. There's no footage of that, of me losing. For one. That's just one thing. Another thing is, They don't have no videos about me exposing anything. They can call videos exposing, but then they delete them. So it's like, okay, well, you were scared. And then they're going to act like they're badass or something because they freaking don't have the videos up, and they're like, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Trying to like frame me, basically. Trying to like make it seem like they didn't do nothing. It's like, bruh, weird. And then that was the overweight one, and then you got freaking like, it's so weird. And then like saying that I block them when I have my messages open 24/7. The dude already comments on every one of my streams, videos, everything, talking trash. So it's like, bro, you are way too demanding for an answer from me. It's so weird. To the point where this guy has at least 50, 60 like fake accounts. It's wild. Just to get an answer from me. Like he's so obsessed. I don't even know if it's a he. But like the kid's so obsessed for no reason at all. Like, oh, because of JJ Orange and Joshua or something like that. It's like, what? What kind of excuse is that? Like, they did that to themselves. That's their problem to solve, not yours. Like, I don't know. I think it's funny. But I don't, I don't surround myself with that type of stuff. So, you do you. You do whatever you want to do. But if you want to do anything with me, we're going to start it off with a phone call, a debate. And if you can't even do that, then you're just not a man. You just did not grow up. Simple. Getting mad about video games, and we have to call and talk about it because you're still crying years later. We gotta, I have to son you on the phone. But nope, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. So it's okay. Everybody can avoid it. That's alright. It just shows though that like everything they're saying is untrue. Nothing proved. That's why. Why do you think my 15th album is called Nothing to Lose, Nothing to Prove? Come on now. I got nothing to prove to people that can't even freaking just show up to a debate. Like, come on. Nothing professional about this. So, it's whatever. Uneducated randoms. They just want to stay in their house all day and play Call of Duty. If that's what they want to do, then I'll just get the pussy. I'll get the females. They can have the video games all day life. I don't even play professionally anymore. I don't even play like that no more anyway.